I got this truck running in a previous video, and I wasn't really planning to do anything else with it. I was just going to drive it around a bit, maybe sell it. But I discovered something really unfortunate whenever I was going to replace the dimmer switch. And I'll show you what it is. You look at this truck, you think, oh man, it's clean. It's not got any rust, right? And then you remember, it's got rubber floors. And here's the result of that, because people wash them out with a water hose, you know. This side, really not bad at all. The other side though, what I found when I peeled back the floor mat, and here it is. So my guess is what they did is they would stand on the passenger side with the water hose, blow it all out this way, because this channel here was packed completely full of sand. Same with up here along where the dimmer switch goes. So I peel this back, right, and I see like this right here, because I take this trim piece off, you know, and I'm vacuuming, and I see a little dirt. So I lift this up and I see this, and I'm like, oh wow, that really sucks. And then it gets further, it gets worse. So you got it right here. And then I'm like, all right, well, if this is how bad it is, I'll just take this out, and then I'll clean the floor pan, you know, and I'll just shoot a little paint on it, and it'll be whatever. And then you get to over here, under the gas pedal. Throttle pedal, throttle pedal. How's this even happen, man? Why did it rust right there? So, I guess I'm gonna have to try and fix it. I am definitely not gonna be fixing this the right way, because this cab is ruined. You can tell it's ruined because the way that it is. So this is gonna get some aluminum riveted over it. This is gonna get ignored. I'll shoot some white paint on it. This is gonna get some white paint. And maybe if I'm feeling froggy, I'll put a piece of aluminum over it and rivet it on there. The other side is really not that bad. I think I honestly might just leave the other side and not care. I'm tired of this door doing this right here. This hits this. So, sorry big fella, didn't mean to lock you in. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna beat this out with a hammer, because I closed the door too hard one time and I locked myself in here. So that's what I'm gonna do there to fix that. I might even go as far as heating it up a little bit. Just beating her out. And then, I don't think this leaks, but there's one more thing that I have to fix. This causes the driver's floor pan down there, or sorry, passenger floor pan down there to get wet. And I do not like that, because that means my stuff gets wet. And it looks like that's been repaired with body filler at some point. So what I'm gonna do is I have a parts car, just a random car. I'm gonna cut some quarter panel out of it, because it's destined for scrap anyway. And I'm gonna just fill her in right here, just weld her in. And then we'll shoot some white spray paint on it, and we'll call it good. And then theoretically, the truck should be watertight and useful, because right now, yeah, it is useful as it is, but it's gonna bug me. It's gonna bug me. I want to put the mat back in. I mean, I could put it back in and not do anything, but I would like to put sound deadening down so it's at least a little quieter on the road. And I would like to get a seat that doesn't have a giant hole in it, which I have found. I just need to go pick up. I'm just waiting on them to tell me when I can come. So if I'm gonna spend 80 bucks on a seat, I figure I might as well try and make the truck livable, right? So I'm gonna put sound deadening down. After fixing this side, oh man, yeah, it's bad, but like, is it bad enough to worry about? You don't want water getting up in from the bottom. That's the thing. So maybe this side is actually worse than the other side because of where this hole is. So maybe this side is worse. I take back what I said about it being better. But anyway, just to reiterate why we're not doing this the right way. Okay, here's door number 2. Less bad. They jackknifed it a few less times here. But rust hole in the roof. And then if you look over there, rust hole over there as well. So, you know, that's why we're not doing it the right way. Isn't that right, big fella? Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna do something enjoyable real quick because this will be easy. I have a precision body working instrument here. And I'm gonna close this and you can see where it's rubbing right along here. So what I'm gonna do is this. So now, oh wow. I think I went a little too far, I must say, but door close is good. Here, let's just straighten that back out just a touch. Door closes good, opens good. And my favorite part, no rattle. That's the best. This side, significantly worse. So you see, this door doesn't even close, and it's like messed up the whole way up. It's fine right here though. They beat it out with a hammer up there. Excellent work. And here I am, after all the hate that I bestowed on the previous individual that worked on an automobile, I'm repeating their work. So what I'm gonna do is just go down here. That's where I'll start. I really don't want to get down here into the good paint, man, but I guess I'm gonna have to. So here we go. So in order to do this, I just hold this up here and then just kind of mark it or remember where this edge is. So we'll just cut it right there at the K, and that should do the trick. And then I'll cut a slit in it like that so I can get it over this. Spread it open, push it down on like that. There we go. That is as good as it's gonna get, I think. And now what I'll do is I'll wrap a little electrical tape around it to prevent the split from coming open. And hopefully it opens again. Oh yes. That's nice. That's perfect. And she opens good. Oh yeah. All right, here goes nothing. I'm just gonna give her a nice little trim. Here's my floor pan making tools, 10 steps, marker, tape measure. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna measure the length here. So we're looking at probably, we'll call it 7 3/4 by roughly what? About 3 inches. We're gonna mark it out here. So we got 7 3/4 Stop it. 7 3/4. Good enough. By 3. Come on, man. Move it back that way a little. 7 3/4 by 3. That'll roughly give us something like that. I'll do a good job trying to make it square. I don't know if it will be or not, but we'll see what happens. You know, you never know. And there we have one floor pan patch. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my body hammer and I'm going to flatten this out. And then I'm going to go purchase some sort of sealant to smear all over this. And then we'll rivet it on and it'll be good to go. And then I'll do that same thing right there, except what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave enough to bend it and go down into this lip. And I'll just fill it with goo and it'll be just fine. But man, that easy one's done. I might do the easy ones on the other side as well. Like that long one right there. Probably do it real quick. And then the one under the throttle pedal, I might cut that one as well before I have to drive to go get sealant. Well, this side is completely finished. Got that hole done, this one, and under the throttle pedal, and the one up there by the firewall. I did have to take the throttle pedal off. I just stuck it up out of the way. But I'd say that's pretty good. And the best part is I think I might be able to return the other tube of this that I bought, so I can get 20 bucks back. It was like $18.99, but close enough. I've officially got it all done. This one came out okay. And I did along the back of the cab here. And then underneath, I just sprayed a little undercoating on the bottom where the holes were drilled on both sides. So, came out pretty good. I just gotta wait on all this stuff to dry and whatnot, and then I'm gonna vacuum all the metal shavings out and put down sound deadening. I like the roll-on butyl stuff. And then I'll put the interior back together and it'll be good to go. I guess I'll show off my work. I'm definitely not proud of it, but I'm pretty sure the cab's watertight now. It rained last night, so let's find out. Yep, still nasty in here. So this is all filth from the work that I was doing on it, but this side I've cleaned up. It's ready to shoot some paint on it. Shot some seam sealer right there where this gasket was torn. Same up here. The original seam right here was split open from this big dent, so filled it back up. And yeah, I'm not good at running the seam sealer gun, not like the factory anyway. So this was all rusted out in here. I started fixing on it somewhere in this area, and then I gave up, and I figured I'd just gob her full, shoot some white paint on it. Here's my patch. That came out all right. I'm gonna clean all this off real good and clean off, you know, spots like this and like this and like that over there, and shoot some white paint on it. Here's the finished product. I got all the sound deadening down except for this back wall, but I'm gonna clean all that nasty dirt off there. But I can do that with the seat, or with the floor mat in. So yeah, it's all fixed up as good as it's gonna get by my hand anyway. So now I'm gonna put the rubber floor mat back in, and then I'm gonna clean this back wall off, and I'm gonna put it all along this back wall as well, because as you can see down here, it's nice and solid. That still sounds like a metal drum. I got the floor mat in. Don't have any of the trim on yet. I'll get that next after I get the seat in. And I got the back of the cab done. So now, sounds nice and insulated, not empty. I don't know what I'm gonna do about the roof. I don't know if I care that much about the roof, honestly. Because I started going down a rabbit hole and I was like, oh man, let me get some carpet. Let me get the trim pieces that go up here with the carpet. Let me get a headliner. But then I remembered this cab's junk. Just getting it livable. Here's the finished product for the day. Got the seat in. I'm going to put the kick panels and dorsals in tomorrow. But the seat looks good. So I got the roof painted. It's a lot better than it was. However, I was rinsing the roof off to paint it because it had dust, you know, from all the grinding and welding. And I noticed something really unfortunate. In here, along the top of the windshield, it started raining. You can see because the floor's wet there and over there. And yeah, so that means that it's rusted out all underneath that front piece of windshield trim on the top there. So I'm giving up. Tapping out. I'm going to clean all that overspray off the windows, and I'm going to drive it around for fun, and I'm probably going to part it out or sell it. I don't know. I'd like to have another one that isn't so clapped. I mean, if the cab was good on this one, it'd be great, because I mean, looking at it here, it looks so good. It's just, why has it got to be rusty in the weirdest way possible? And I fixed the turn signals. I fixed the blower motor. The issue was the ignition switch wasn't plugged all the way in, and then I just put the fuses in and everything worked. Imagine that. Man, it looks so good. I don't know why, but I really like the crimson chin there, because it's a great platform to stand on when you're working, honestly, and it really doesn't look that bad. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna clean the windshield, clean the back window. I'll drive around a bit, enjoy it, and then when it starts to rain, park it up, not use it ever again. Part it out probably. Or maybe I'll find a cab, I don't know, we'll see. To be continued.